Today I'm going to be making a play journal, and I have stamped a bunch of background stamps on this side, and on this side I have used some stencils and a pen and just drawn random shapes. Prefer the other side, but yeah, I just thought I'd play, hence the play journal. Now this is an A2 piece of paper from my mixed media pad by Dale Annie, and I bought it in Hobbycraft when it was on sale. I wanted to do a really big watercolour painting, and it was the only piece of paper I could cut to the size of the frame that I bought. And then I had all this paper left over, and I was thinking, I'm never going to use this up. But I was watching Sandy Allnock, and she created a play journal and showed us how to make them. So I'm going to do the folding here with you, but if you want to learn a bit more about it, I will leave a link to Sandy's video in the description box below. And if you don't know who Sandy Allnock is, you are seriously missing out. She is like the artist colouring queen of YouTube. So if you haven't heard of her, then yeah, you totally need to go check out her channel. She teaches all kinds of colouring mediums. She teaches you how to make scenes in your cards. She teaches you about lighting and all sorts of things. She's brilliant. And she has her own online classes, which I've never taken personally, but I'm sure they're amazing. Anyway, so I just folded that in half. And I'm folding the half in half, so I will have, oh sugar, I've got so much stuff on my desk at the moment. I have to have my laptop out to record, so it's getting in my way. This is a lot easier without my laptop. Right, so I do the same on the other side, fold it in half. Oh, sorry if I knock the camera with my big head. I think that's about right. I will go over this with a bone folder off of the camera. But you guys know how to do creases, so I won't bore you. And Sandy also has this really cool diagram that it shows you how to do this, because there's no way I could get this all on camera, so I will link to her blog post as well. And now I'm doing the same but the other direction, so I'm folding it in half. Well, I'm trying to. I didn't quite get the edge straight. I don't have a guillotine big enough for this piece of paper, so I had to cut it with scissors, and I didn't do a very good job. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to completely trash it. So, and you can do this with a plain piece of paper. I made a plain one. I've also made one that's covered in book pages, which I'll show you afterwards. But I just thought it's less intimidating if I already have something to work with on the page, and I just want to play. So I've got so many sheets of this paper, I can afford to do whatever I want with it. So I can make hundreds of these if I wanted to. Well, maybe not hundreds, but quite a few. And if any of you really want to try this, I could probably fold one up for you and send it to you in the mail, as long as you're in England. Now, the awesome Sandy also shows you how to attach a cover to your book. I don't have any chipboard for that right now, or at least not to hand, so I'm not going to put a cover on mine. but if you want to know how to do it properly, you can go check out Sandy's post. So this is all the folding done. So basically folded it in half, folded the halves in halves, and then did the same but rotated in the other direction. So basically now I've got a grid of about, I don't know, they're small rectangles, 4, 8, 12, 16 rectangles, and now I'm just going to cut it. I tried to do this with a craft knife, but because it's so big, I really struggled with my hands. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I have a problem with my hands. So applying pressure and trying to control my hand at the same time to do a craft knife didn't really work for me. So I'm just going to use scissors and live with the imperfection. But if you are good with a craft knife, then a craft knife and a metal ruler is probably the best option. So I'm sorry you can't see it on camera, but I'm just cutting along. I've done one square and I'm going to do another square, basically 3 squares or rectangles. I'll show you in a minute when I'm finished. So I've just cut 3 squares and left this one attached, and then I'm going to skip one and then do the same thing. So basically you have 1 square cut, 2 squares you leave alone, and then you do the same on the outside, square, rectangle, whatever. It's really bright outside today and my craft room still feels like a cave. I think it must be the way that this house is positioned. So I have got all my lights on, but I'm not sure it's really helping much. You can use smaller pieces of paper, but when you fold up your book, you will have smaller like squares or rectangles to use, so you just have to bear that in mind. Okay, now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to start on this side so it's cut in the middle. So starting in the middle across 3 rectangles. It's actually a lot easier to cut when you don't have loads of pattern on it, but I thought it would be easier to stamp before I cut, which is why I did that. Okay, and now you just fold it up. So I'm going to start at the top, fold it up, back on itself, so it's like an accordion, and then I think I will fold it back and then like that. I don't think it really matters which way you fold it, to be honest, and then just keep going until you get something that looks like that. I like that, that's cool. And then that's your book. Now if you've done it neater than me, all of your edges will line up, but mine don't, so I don't really care. But it's a book and I get to play with it and I'm excited. I'm not quite sure where I went wrong because that's actually the straight edge, so I must have folded it wrong. But the neater you are, the neater the result you get. So that's the book, and then you go and you play and you create your art on each of the pages, and it's a double-sided, so you get to flip it round and play on the other side as well. Sandy has a flip through of her final book, and she made some of these pages that fold over this way into pockets and put tags in, which I thought was a really cool idea, so I might do that on some of them. Yeah, so I'm going to do all sorts of mixed media-y fun stuff in this journal, and I will show you the flip throughs when I'm done, but I just wanted to come on today and show you how to make them. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the plain one that I made, and I started to lay down some colour blocking. Yeah, I thought this would be like a mixed media-y plain one, and I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but one of my favourite kind of more current artists is Louis Gelver, and I hope I've not butchered the name, but they have this amazing artwork that is all on book paper. So I covered both sides of the large piece of paper in book paper. It's not perfect. Yeah, I just slapped it on. I can always touch it up when I go to paint on it or whatever I'm going to do with it. And it's just something I've been thinking of doing for a while, and I thought this journal would be a great opportunity, plus the fact that I have so much book paper, and I have this whole stack. I literally cut up like 2 books, maybe 3, considering I've used some, and yeah, I really just need to use it, so that's what I did, and I'm gonna do my best to keep using it up. So yeah, I didn't stick it all in one direction. Some of them I've done really pieced, some is just like whole pages in different directions, some of them mostly in the same direction. Yeah, I just thought it would give it a bit of texture, a bit of interest, and I always feel better when there's something on the page to start with. Yeah, that's it really. I don't really know what else to share, other than that I will come back when these journals have been completed and give you a flip through. If that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Otherwise I might just stick it on my Flickr or something. So if you want to make one of these, as I said before, I'll put all the links to Sandy Allnuck's post and her YouTube video in the description box below, and you can have a go at making them yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye! 50 awesome points to everybody who got this far in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find out when I release new videos, and there are a couple of videos here for your delectation if you so desire.